the first thing I want to show you now is how do you become more productive. I call this effective action. Effective action, write this down. And this is very, very important because without it, you're going to be running in circles. Effective action. Effective action is defined as any action you take that produces an immediate result. Is working on your logo effective action? Unless you're buying a goddamn NBA team, it doesn't matter. Is working on your business card effective action? When I was sat there with the owner of the New Orleans Saints and the Pelicans and the CEO of Chanel, they go, "Do you have a business card?" And I started laughing. And they're like, "Why are you laughing?" I said, "I haven't had a business card in years. I don't use business cards." Like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Look, if I was new to this, I would have a business card." So the fact that I don't have a business card is a testament to who you're talking to. And they're like, "I like that." Truth is, a business card's a waste of goddamn time. Well, how are people going to get to know me? Go on your phone, go on your wallet. How many of the people that have given you a business card have you actually called? I don't think I've ever called anyone who's given me a business card ever in my whole life. Never. Not effective. Effective action are things that produce money, connections, or immediate results. Anything else is ineffective. Working on your website for hours a day. Unless I'm about to run traffic to my website and drive a shit ton of people to it, spending time on my website is not going to drive traffic. It's not going to drive a result. Hopping on a sales call for $30 is not going to drive a result unless I'm working on my skill set. You should condition your brain to only do things that allow you to have effective action. So I'm going to show you now how we're going to structure your day. This is the mindset. This will change the way you go about your day to day. If you do this, you'll be very productive. Who here can imagine this for a moment? Online, in person, imagine this. You're walking about your day. You get hit by a bus. You wake up, you're in the hospital bed. Around you are the people you love the most. You have no idea how long you've been out of it. But you know you're dying. And next to the people you love the most is the Grim Reaper. And he pretty much tells you, you got 2 minutes left, and then you're dead. How much would you give for even one more minute? How much would you give for a little bit more time? One of the biggest fallacies in human nature is that we only value things when we no longer have them. There's complacency and we take everything for granted. Taking things for granted is a massive symbol that you waste time. You do not value time. If there's anything you take for granted, it's because you do not value your time. Marcel, it doesn't make any sense to me. Let me explain it to you. If you knew that everything you had will eventually disappear from your life, every relationship you have will eventually end, whether it's because someone passed away, you grew apart, you broke up, every business you have will eventually evolve and not be the same. Every person you meet will grow older and change. The moments that you experience, you will never have them twice. If you understand that, you will not take anything for granted. And if you don't take things for granted, are you going to sit? I don't wait in line. Now, that sounds ridiculous, but if I'm in line at Starbucks, I'm not in line at Starbucks. Oh, where's the line? No, there's no line. Hey, guys, excuse me 1 second. I'm in a rush. I apologize. I don't mind being a bit uncomfortable just to go to the fucking front. And I'll be like, hey, what do you guys want? Quick, I'll pay for it. It's on me. Don't worry. Just please get my drink. Here's $100. I remember it was Black Friday. I'm in line for something, and I just went with my friends for fun. I just took everything off the shelves that I thought was cool. I don't try it on. I just took 2 sizes of everything, put it in a bag. I go to the line. I'm like, hey, told the person in the front, hey, let me buy everything for you, but I don't want to wait in line. She's like, okay. Cut the whole line, paid for everyone. Simple things. I go to Disneyland, I don't wait in line. How? I didn't buy a ticket. I just know how to finesse. I go to Universal Studios, I don't wait in line. I don't like to use my time on anything. When my alarm goes off, unless I'm exhausted. And I have to, like before a seminar, I will prioritize my sleep. I will force myself to sleep more. But on my day-to-day, when I'm in a routine, I'm in a healthy environment, I will not sleep a moment more than I'm supposed to. I will not go to sleep later than I should go to bed. Everything is in a routine. We're going to create a routine momentarily. But I want you to understand that peak performance is about valuing your time. If you would give everything for an extra minute, why would you give it when you don't have it? Why not while you do? And right now you have it. Who here likes to make their bed in the morning? I've never made my bed. Who here likes to do the dishes or laundry? I'm down to pay someone to come do that for me. I even flew my chef out to come be with me here because I don't want to go cook. I don't cook. Everything I do, I want to. I know time is limited, life is short. I will only spend my time doing the things I want to do in the places I want to be at. You will never see me say yes to something unless it's an opportunity that I think I could actually, give me a shortcut somewhere. I will never say yes to something that I do not want to do. So let's do some math, okay? How much would you say an hour, a minute of your time is worth? Nothing crazy, like for real. Like how much is a minute of your time? If you could buy a minute back of your time, how much do you think it'd be worth? Let's just say 10K, okay? Simple number. By the way, who here smokes cigarettes? Nobody smokes cigarettes? On average, every cigarette you smoke, I love that. My room doesn't smoke. See that? They know. They know if they raise their hand, though, they're gone. All right. It would have been like this anyways, my friends, So, on average, if you smoke a cigarette, every cigarette takes about 11 minutes off your life, on average. So, let's just say every minute equals 10K. So 1 hour equals, what is that? 600,000? That's the math, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, that's the math? Okay, 600K times 24, what is that, 2.4 million? No, it's not, it's more than that. It's 12.8? No, what is it? What is it? Times 12. No, actually, wait, I'm doing the math wrong. That's 1 day times 30, 600K times 30. Okay, we got 18 million per month times 12, 216 million per year. Okay. So this is what your year, if every minute's worth 10K, this is what your year is worth. Now, who here takes their phone in the bathroom? Now, unless you're coming up with solutions, how much time do you spend in the bathroom? Let's say you spend an extra 5 minutes in the bathroom. An extra 5 minutes a day in the bathroom, okay? That's 50K every day. Times 365. That's $18 million worth of your time spent in the bathroom every year. Now you have a company. You have 100 employees. Each of them are late 5 minutes every day. See how it starts to compound? Your standards start to change when you think about it this way. Now, if I know that every minute's worth this, how long does it take me to go to the goddamn grocery store? You're sitting there like, damn, Uber Eats, that's fucking expensive. Is it? What's more expensive, Uber Eats or shopping? What's more expensive, making your bed every day for 5 minutes or hiring a maid? Doing your laundry, hiring a maid. Doing the bullshit work, hiring someone who's good at it. Having a shitty mindset. How many years are you going to waste not getting what you want with this mindset? How expensive is your mindset? It's your lucky day. Have you ever wanted to walk into a room and have people break their neck to literally look at you and influence anyone, anywhere, anytime? Well, normally to learn this skill would be impossible. You'd have to go to school for 4 years, get a psych degree, waste your time. Then you'd have to go for another 4 years, get a PhD, waste your time. Then you'd have to gain experience and eventually at the age of 70 or 80, have some skill to where you could influence the room. Well, then I came along and I came out with a program that cost around $997. Then I discounted it to $297 and I just discounted it again to $49. So click the link in the description, get Invisible Influence, and I'll show you how to change other people's mindsets, your life, and everything around you. Think about that. Let's just say your potential is millions of dollars a year. My potential is millions of dollars a year. Let's just say $3 million a year. But I'm stuck at $100,000. I get 30x. So I'm at $100,000 for the next 10 years. In 10 years, I could have made 30 million. Instead, I only made $1 million. But let's also compound how much time we've lost. 216 times 10 is what? $2 billion worth of time. $2 billion, 160 million dollars worth of time. In 10 years, staying the same. My bad, maybe add in 100, or like the $1 million. So we'll go down to 159 because you made the $1 million. If you look at the world through this lens, and you're on the phone with someone, and they're like, let me tell you about my day. Shut the fuck up, right? Like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to know about your day. I have a friend, we make fun of him now. He stopped doing this. He calls me. 35 minutes of my life. I let him do it once, I'll never let him do it again. It's the most expensive phone call, in my opinion, in my entire life. To tell me that he wanted to go ice skating with a girl that he likes. She said she can't, and then went ice skating with another guy. It took me 10 seconds to tell you. It took him 35 minutes to tell me the story. 35 fucking minutes to tell me the story. I told him at the end of the story, I told him, I understand why she did that. You're a bitch, and you fucking deserve that. Because he wasted so much of my fucking time, right? I was so heated. Think about it. And by the way, I don't think my time is worth $10,000 a minute. Mine is, in my head, it's over $1 million a minute. Like my head is I'm so inflated on time. So when I'm sitting there and you're seeing me hypnotize someone, do you think I could have made this like theatrical? I could have been like, okay, what did she go through? What's your relationship with your parents? I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I only care about what you want. Your problems don't exist. They do not exist. What you've been through, sorry to tell you. Freud, idiot. Carl Jung, also an idiot. Every fucking psychologist that people study, I swear to you, as interesting as it might be, in terms of getting results, they suck. They get the results so slowly, and it's just such a waste of fucking time. In my opinion, because of the amount of time they waste, they're idiots. Now, you look at these people, how much do you think they even fucking made? They didn't even make that much money. You don't have to be that smart to make a lot of money, and these guys didn't even make that much money. So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, how do you make money? Money equates to what? Value. The more value you bring, the more money you make. Well, if they didn't really make that much money, but we're like studying them, oh my God, look at them. Well, why didn't they make that much money? Because they weren't that valuable. When was Carl Jung alive? When was Sigmund Freud alive? 100 fucking years ago. If my iPhone came out 100 years ago, 2007, you can't even use the phone. It doesn't work. So fucking outdated. So you're telling me people are using outdated technology for psychology, and that's what people rely on. Everything in your brain should only be focused on the result. There is nothing else your brain should be focused on. You will train your brain this weekend to only see what you want, nothing else. You will have literally nothing else on your mind other than what you want. Your goals and your goals alone are all you will think about. I will show you how to go into abundance. The number one thing to get into abundance is to value your goddamn fucking time. So, I truly believe, I hear all these reels, people say shit like this, it's such bullshit. I sleep 4 hours a night. I'll sleep when I'm dead, blah, blah. You'll be dead 10 years before everyone else. And your brain's just not going to operate at the same efficiency. Now, the leading sleep expert in the world, most studies done on sleep, his name is Dr. Vince Wong, he's one of my good friends. He sleeps around 2.5 hours a night. It took him 4 years to train his brain to get there with constant brain scans in the lab. And even then, even though he's concluded that it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality, to get that kind of quality sleep, there are a certain amount of nutrients, hydration. For example, if your brain is 2% dehydrated, it will operate at up to 40% less efficient. 40% less efficient, 2% dehydrated. 2% dehydrated means you have yellow piss. My piss is yellow, my brain is now 40% less efficient than what it's capable of. Now you might be like, well, I don't feel that way. Drink more water, watch what happens. And if you drink electrolytes, right, just me saying that, ironically, is making people want to drink water. It's like, just notice the influence, right? The suggestion, painting the picture in their head. I just want to show you how influence can work. Look at that. He stopped himself. He's like, fuck, it's empty. There's other bottles. There's bottles in the bag if you want. But, simply, you can influence an entire room. Look at this. You can influence an entire room to do that. Everything I said is a fact, but you can still do that unconsciously. I didn't have to point it out. Everyone would have still drank it, and I still influenced the whole room. But coming back to this, if you sleep 8 hours a day, the 16 hours you're awake will be way better quality, more efficient, quality of life will be insane, and you'll live longer. Those who sleep less, live less. Period. You should sleep in a pitch black room, and you should very, very much not interrupt your sleep. I have a hard time sleeping with other people because if they're constantly waking up, I wake up. And when you wake up, what happens when you wake up suddenly? Do you know? Cortisol rushes through your veins. There's only one way to get rid of cortisol. Your body quite literally has to burn it off. So you can go walk around, do some push-ups, but you have to burn it off or you're going to feel anxious. Go back to sleep. What are you going to feel? No, you're going to fucking have nightmares. You're not going to sleep well, and it's not going to be in your favor. And by the way, here's another thing. How many of us actually know how to track our well-being? There are so many things and hormones that affect your psychology. Your physiology is not just the way you posture, but it's the things you put in your body. If you wake up with nightmares every night at 4 a.m., I guarantee you it's because you're going to bed with low blood sugar. And your low blood sugar is causing you to wake up with anxiety, interrupting your sleep. So what should you do? Probably either don't eat right before bed because you eating right before bed causes your body to surge insulin, which then tanks your blood sugar, or eat healthier food so you have a more stable blood sugar level or glucose levels, right? Sleep. I keep talking about it because it is so fucking important. If you sleep well, perform well. You sleep like shit, you're not going to find solutions. You will have a lower IQ. You will perform worse, and your endurance will just be atrocious. Sleep is key. Second thing, a lot of these guys are like, oh, I sleep in my office. Idiot. I don't care how rich you are. Why the fuck would I sleep in my office? I'm going to wake up feeling like shit, and even if you have a 300 IQ, you're still not going to perform as well if you don't sleep. So I personally think, and what do I know? I only fucking do this all the time, but what do I know? I think 8 hours of sleep a day is crucial. I wouldn't even count this as my time. I think this buys you time. I believe sleeping more buys you time. Your immune system improves when you sleep. Your thought process improves when you sleep. The next 8 hours, I think, should be dedicated to your goals. I call this work. Now, you got health, you got relationships, and money. All of this should make you happy. Now, if you program your brain correctly, this will make you happy. If not, you're not going to be happy accomplishing your goals. Tony Robbins always says progress equals happiness. I agree with him. If you really want to be happy and you want to have momentum, you make progress in every area, you're going to feel that. The more progress I make towards my goals, the more excited I am, the better I feel. Now let's just say business isn't going well. My relationship is going incredible, and I'm constantly improving on my health. You think I'm going to lose momentum? No, because my momentum and my abundance isn't just coming from one pillar. It's coming from different pillars. Really, sometimes you have to wait till the last fucking second for things to work out. Tesla was founded in 2003. So was Facebook. Now, in 2008, Tesla was on their last dime. And if you're in corporate, everyone gets winter vacation off, right? You get Christmas Eve all the way through the new year. Who here is in a corporate job and knows that? Do you work on Christmas? No, you have winter vacation, the same way you did when you were in school. Well, if they had gone on winter vacation and weren't able to raise capital right before that, they would have gone out of business. They wouldn't have made it through. They would have to close their doors. They ran out of money. About an hour and a half, right before everyone went home, he was able to close another round of funding and keep the doors open, and now has the largest car brand worth over $700 billion. It's more than the market cap of Tesla is 3 times the size of the next largest car brand. From 2003 to now. And it's a thin thread, that 1 hour and a half where he was able to pull through. Imagine he gave up 3 hours before, 4 hours before. The reason I always say balance is key. Balance in many areas. Wealth, health, and relationships. It's because if you have momentum in at least one, you're able to stay in the right mindset, you're able to be in the right state, and you'll keep going. And it will spread to the others. Even if one seems difficult, as long as the other ones are going well, you'll keep momentum. But if all of them start to affect you, then you need to make a change instantaneously. Now, that's 8 hours here. The next 8 hours, you could do whatever you want. You could sleep, you could work, but I call it fun. 8 hours of my day, I do whatever I want. Now, you don't have to work for 8 hours straight. You could also have fun for 8 hours straight. Or you could work 4 hours, have fun 4 hours, work 4 hours, have fun 4 hours, sleep 8 hours. However you want to structure it, you could do it. But this is my routine. I found this to be the best routine. What we're going to do now is we're going to create a productive routine. What time do you go to sleep? What time do you wake up? What do you do when you wake up? How long should it take? In the military, the reason the US military is so fucking successful is because it is extremely organized with time. Everything has urgency. Everything is on time. You wake up at the same time every day. It is on the fucking dot. This is structure for your day. Without structure, you have no clarity. Without clarity, you're not going anywhere. At least you know if you dedicate this much time every day to work, even if you don't know what you're going to work on, at least you put it in the calendar. It's in your routine. Eventually, you'll find something to do to fill in the gap. Now, work doesn't just mean sitting down, writing things down. It could be research, it could be studying, it could be improving on yourself. For me, work is anything that equals effective action. Before we come up with a routine, we're going to do an exercise. We're going to write down what your current routine is on average. It doesn't mean I do this every day, maybe on the weekends, whatever your average routine is. On average, I wake up at this time, I spend my day doing this and this and this, and then I go to bed. And you're going to rate it. These activities are effective, these activities are ineffective. And then I want you to do the math. Let's just say it's $10,000 a minute. How much time are you wasting in dollars every day? How much time are you wasting every day? If you could just make that change alone, I promise you your productivity will go up, and that result alone will change your life just from this seminar. Just this alone, this little shift.